Action! Greetings, F1 enjoyers, and here we are. We're going to build the Formula 1 car from France, the BWP Alpine F1 team A524, or as I like to call it, the Alpine A524. This is set 77248, by the way, and it has 258 pieces. Yeah, because in a LEGO video, you are required to say the set number. So let's build. Yeah, like, it's a race car that has some pink in it. Yeah, it's a pink race car. And some people are like, oh, pink doesn't work on a race car. It's a sponsorship, man. And besides, pink has looked good on some race cars. Yeah, I hate to be the defender of pink race cars, but on some race cars it's actually looked good. Especially the Powerpuff Girls NASCAR racing car. And that car gets called out for looking too girly sometimes. And I believe the Brabham BT60, I think it is, or is it the BT? I can't remember, but one of the Brabham cars, one of the final ones, had an iconic pink and blue paint scheme that really popped. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, it's the picture of the real life car alongside the Lego car. Yeah, it's not much else to see. Yeah, got bags 1 and 2. Let's open up bags 1 and 2. We're on our way. Okay, so gotta find the minifigure. Yeah, it's a female minifigure, one of the drivers from the F1 Academy, I do believe. Instead of Franco Colapinto. And Pierre Gasly. Yeah. Yeah, it would be cool to have a minifigure of Pierre Gasly. Yeah, it's a really cool looking race car. Like, a lot of people don't like pink race cars, but this looks cool, man. Yeah, it's really a shame that we don't have a minifigure representation of Franco Colapinto or Pierre Gasly. Because I would love to have a minifigure of those drivers. I mean, they got the rights to the Formula 1 cars, you might as well have the rights to the drivers. go. Yeah, I think Pierre Gasly could be from France, which does make sense considering that Alpine, or Alpine, however you want to pronounce it, is a French team. Yeah. Kind of crazy that BWT used to be with Force India, now they're with Alpine. Yeah, a team that just ditched their own engines in favor of having Mercedes engines. Which means that Renault is no longer an engine constructor in Formula One. Which is pretty sad. Oh, looky here. Rare use of tubes. On where are they? The black tubes. There's one of them. Yeah, it's the first time I ever seen a Formula One set use these black tube pieces. Yeah, the pins. Yeah, the black pins kind of ruin the flow of the set colors. If you ask me, like, there's blue pins, red pins, and black pins. Yeah, different kinds of colors of Lego pins. Okay, here we go. Her up. There. Got to fit it on there. Yeah, the Alpine cars sure are vibrant. Yeah, it definitely pops from the black. At least on the Alpine F1 car. Yeah, Alpine's usually one of the back markers. Yeah, we got one of those pieces that's always a pain to get. Long. side is built a bit differently. It does have an extra step. Yeah, you do have to put this piece on, which is kind of required. You can't mess this one up. Yeah. See those instructions in there? I have to take these set apart again. Yeah. Means it's real floppy like that. See, look. Yeah, you can do a little dance move with it. Oh god. Can't even get it out with my teeth. It's not meant to go off there. Jeez, it's really tough. we go again. Holy crap. You need 10 of them, jeez. You think that's enough? wonder why the Alpine team is in financial trouble. They really use a lot of pieces for their car. Yeah, the Formula 2 Alpine team is oddly enough better than their Formula 1 counterparts. They seem to be doing pretty well. And Prima Racing also got themselves into IndyCar. Yeah, I have a feeling that Prima Racing's going to get into NASCAR as well. Yeah, if they tried their hands at IndyCar, they're going to probably want to go into NASCAR and try to get some charters. 14. Man, I love this car. Yeah, looks. Because I do like having a vibrant race car. It's like vibrant 90s cars with the Brabham BT60, I think. It did well at capturing the garish colors of the 90s. Yeah, and garish colors were the thing in the 90s. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. It's printed in a weird way. Yeah. But a team like Alpine, symmetrical stickers are optional. Because of the budget. Alright, 5 and 3. Five and 3. Such a vibrant color scheme. Snappity snap. Don't forget that piece. Okay. Vibrant. very, very vibrant. Some fantastic design with Renault. Alpine. Yeah, it's not one of their better designs. I mean, the light blue and yellow Renault cars from the early to mid 2000s will never be replaced. They're such an iconic design. But these are also pretty good in their own right. The BWT Alpine cars are vibrant. Yeah, you gotta have garish and vibrant colors to stick out from all the black that Formula 1 cars have. Okay. Yeah, Renault did have a hiatus before in 1998 when all the Renault engines, the existing ones, were branded as Mechachrome or SuperTech or Playlife. Yeah, and the SuperTech engines tried to upgrade the Renault engines from 97, but they're still quite slow compared to the top teams. But the next hiatus would be for good. Like, recently, Renault had exit Formula 1 as an engine constructor, and Alpine started using Mercedes engines instead. So yeah, it's the end of an era. But to be fair, the Alpine engines were, the Renault engines were not that reliable, because French car. Yeah. You know how feisty French car engines could get, right? There. BWT. Which is crazy considering that Alpine used to be good. Renault used to be good as a engine constructor. And they helped bring back Williams to stardom. And they also won the 2006 Formula One World Championship with their works team Renault and with Fernando Alonso, who would then go on to join McLaren. So yeah, good things come from Renault. Yeah, and Lotus used Mercedes engines in their final year until they got absorbed by Renault. And then Renault became Alpine, and Renault decided to give up on their whole engine program, so they decided to bring back the Mercedes engines for, I believe it's last year, 2023. I'll have to look it up later. Which is a shame considering that Renault stands on their own as their own manufacturer. Yeah, Renault without the Renault engines is pretty much like a Nissan works team using Chevy engines. Oh wait, Prince did use Chevy engines before, but Prince was only merely a division of Nissan, I think. Yeah. Just like that, it's on there. BWT Alpine. Yeah. Look forward to seeing them use Cadillac engines in the foreseeable future. Alpine Cadillac. Or Ford engines. It'd be something if they use Ford engines. Alright, sticker number 6. They're both sticker number 6. Okay, let's make sure we get the right piece. Stickers number 10 and 11. It's a shame that Castrol, which is known to be one of the better oils and known to be used for some of the most reliable machinery out there, is relegated to a Formula One team that has some of the least reliable engines. It's a shame considering that Renault used to make good engines in Formula One. Now they don't. Yeah, they kind of let themselves go in terms of engine building. Formula One, Drive to Survive. That's a good series, by the way. BWT Renault. This is a Formula One car. Yeah, we got the tube frame in there. we go, Renault. Yeah. Yeah, no sharp piece like last time. Still in the back. Here we go. There we go. On to the penultimate steps. That bag's 5 and 6. Can't believe we get to this step already. Okay, looking for the other. Piece that's supposed to be. There it is. Okay, go. BWT. Look, printed on pieces. About time. Yeah, they still kept their Microsoft sponsorship even when changing their name. Crazy, isn't it, that they kept their Microsoft sponsorship. Yeah. They had a name change, but they still kept the Microsoft sponsorship. Yeah, that Microsoft sponsorship has been there since they've been called Lotus. Yeah. And when Renault absorbed the team, the Microsoft sponsorship still they retained the Microsoft sponsorship even when Renault absorbed Lotus. It had another name change as Alpine, because that's Renault's performance division. There we go. Nearly all the stickers are put on place. Look at that. Way cool. It's a vibrant Formula One car. That pops. Really pops. Yeah, Renault had been a long time manufacturer of Formula One. Yeah. They're the first to have turbo engines. Brought Williams back to stardom. In fact, they brought Williams to stardom. Yeah, they brought Williams to stardom and won the 2006 Formula One World Championship with Fernando Alonso. So they got quite the resume. I do believe they also won the 2005 Formula One World Championship. So, cool, isn't it, that you got yourself a team that could do a lot? Because Formula One is all about having unique constructors. Got the underpin pieces. Yeah, these are at the end rather than the middle. Which is crazy. Yeah, Formula One cars take a lot to build. They take a lot of skill to drive. They're not just any car, they're the pinnacle of racing cars. Because Formula One is the pinnacle of motorsport. That's why it's called the pinnacle of motorsport. It's the fastest, most grueling and toughest. Well, arguably the toughest. You got rally racing with World Rally Racing Championship. Well, World Rally Championship to be more precise. And the Dakar Rally, where it's the most dangerous race in the world. Yeah, because it has sand dunes and it's really long. And it's all about a competition of survival. Yeah, it's to see who survives on desert roads the longest. Yeah, and you gotta prove yourself when you have Dakar. Cockpit halo. There we go. And there's the claw thing. Come on, get in. Yeah, and we're up to the tires. Alpine. It's wrong hubcap. Yeah, it's got multicolored hubcaps this time around. Yeah, it's got asymmetrical hubcaps. I don't know what those hubs on the Formula 1 car are called, but I like to call them hubcaps. They usually cover the BBS wheels themselves. Yeah, the pink ones are supposed to be on the back, and the blue one's supposed to be on the front. Yeah, different colored hubcaps, or wheel hubs. There we go. Come on, get in there. There it is. See if I... Missed a step. No. Edit. Let's go. Well, there it is. This is the Lego Alpine A524. Yeah, and of course, just like any other Lego Formula 1 car, in order to get the driver in, you have to raise up the cockpit halo and make sure the drivers seat it correctly. And there you go. Yeah, it seems to be falling apart like Alpine's Formula 1 cars in real life. Yeah, there it is. And it rolls real well, just like any other Lego Formula 1 car. And as a size comparison, here it is alongside another back marker. Yeah. If you get them real close to each other, yeah, like they're pretty much the same length. Except the Alpine might be a bit longer with those kind of, but yeah, every Formula 1 car that Lego's made is always going to be the same length. But anyways, I got some bonus content for you in the end since I didn't know where to fit the Zanvoort Grand Prix Race review. So, let's go! Greetings F1 enjoyers and welcome back to Formula 1, everyone. The Dutch Grand Prix at Zanvoort comes underway, and so far, McLaren has dominated almost every single race with one-stop strategies to boot. And look who decided to show up as a special guest. Yep, it's Jacques Villeneuve. Yeah, it was really cool when he appeared on, well, in the Zanvoort Grand Prix. But anyways, we get to the formation lap, and the race begins with two McLaren drivers battling for the lead, and Verstappen jumps up to second. Holy crapper, he still got it. Even crazier is the fact that Hajar is in fourth. Yeah, you never see the Racing Bulls drivers in the top 5. At least not since Vettel won when the team was called Scuderia Toro Rosso. And we get the DRS train in the back. On the replay, Lance Stroll is having issues with his car. Leclerc tries getting past Hajar, but isn't able to do so. Ah crap, Norris got past Verstappen, dang. So much for the hometown hero. Tsunoda and Antonelli battle for the lump. Antonelli tries again but isn't able to pass him. Piastri continues to lead with a 3-second lead gap. Bortoleto is also under review for a disintegrating front wing. Alonso is the first to come down to pit road, and Norris might get a puncture. Yeah, this might affect the outcome. Tsunoda, Colpintino, and Hulkenberg are next to come down to pit road. Leclerc is next to come down to pit road. And the race gets yellow flagged as poor Lewis Hamilton gets into the wall! Good lord, things aren't looking good for him. Like, Chase Briscoe was able to win 2 races in NASCAR. He was once a Ford driver who went to a rival manufacturer's team, and Lewis Hamilton's pretty much the same deal. Yeah, a driver of a long-standing manufacturer association who goes over to a rival manufacturer's team, and unlike Chase Briscoe, Lewis Hamilton did rather badly in Ferrari. Yeah, I'm hoping that Monza is the moment where Lewis Hamilton is able to strike. Norris and Piastri pit under the safety car. Several more also pit in under the safety car. After the safety car ends, the race restarts with Piastri and Norris battling for the lead. Verstappen still isn't able to get past the 2 McLaren drivers. Lawson comes down to pit road to make his pit stop, and Sainz joins in alongside him. And Lawson loses one of his tires. Hadjar continues to hold on to 4th. The virtual safety car comes out after there's contact with the 2 drivers. The race restarts with Piastri continuing to lead, and Leclerc manages to get past Russell, but Russell won't go down without a fight. Leclerc manages to hang on to 5th. Sainz also got penalized for causing a collision. Antonelli gets past Albon for 7th. And the race briefly got yellow flagged, thankfully. It's short and barely noticeable. Bearman holds off Tsunoda for 11th. Even on lap 40, Piastri continues to lead. Antonelli is closing in on his teammate. Holy crapper, this could be the thing to prove Mercedes that he is there to stay. Holy crapper, Norris is closing in on Piastri, and Antonelli got past Russell. Now this is something to be proud of. So far, not much is going on aside from the 2 Sauber drivers battling for position, and Alonso is in the mix and manages to get past one of them. Antonelli comes down to pit road. Leclerc is next to join in and makes his 2nd pit stop. Antonelli gets past Leclerc and takes him out. Because of that, the safety car had to be deployed, and the 2 McLaren drivers pit under the safety car. Come on, man, I like you, Antonelli, but seriously, you gotta stop being like Ty Gibbs and trying to wreck other drivers out, or Carson Hocevar. I think Carson Hocevar does that more than Ty Gibbs, even though I've seen Ty Gibbs do that sometimes. But Carson Hocevar wrecks out a lot of drivers. Seriously, stop pulling off a Carson Hocevar and learn to race clean. Antonelli came down to pit road again as he got a puncture. Both Ferrari drivers have DNF'd, which is rare for Ferrari as they are usually the best of the best, especially when it comes to Formula 1. No one can top Ferrari, aside from like McLaren and a very few drivers, although they did have their moments in the 90s when they weren't as good because they had the V12 engine, which wasn't as reliable as the other engines, but they're still one of the best of the best. Antonelli also gets penalized for causing a collision, but anyways, the race restarts with Piastri continuing to lead. Verstappen puts the pressure on Norris. Antonelli is under investigation for speeding on pit road. Dang it! I thought this was a problem with NASCAR drivers, especially like Ty Gibbs and some of the younger drivers, but no! Some of the younger Formula 1 drivers do it too! Like, get your stuff together, man! And Antonelli gets another penalty. And Norris has an engine issue, and this could be great for Verstappen! Yes! He finally got a podium. Hopefully he'll get a race win sometime. His car is also on fire! Yeah, Norris's car is also on fire. It's a power unit issue with Mercedes. Bad for Norris, but great for Verstappen, although still feel bad for Norris having mechanical issues, which is rare for McLaren. The safety car had to be deployed. The race restarts with Piastri and Verstappen battling for the lead. Verstappen still can't get past Piastri even on the final lap. And just like that, Piastri wins again. But anyways, if it wasn't for the Hadjar podium, it would get a 7 out of 10. Like, any McLaren win would, like, seriously. It's usually pretty boring seeing, like, nothing but McLaren drivers win. But Because of Hadjar's podium finish, it gets a 9 out of 10. It's a more defining moment than Piastri taking another win. In my opinion, the race was really weird with safety cars galore and both Ferrari drivers DNFing. As usual, we get the driver interviews, driver talk in the cool-down room, and the winning driver's national anthem that plays in victory lane. Oh, and the trophy is also made of China, aka porcelain, and we also got a post-race show with Jacques Villeneuve. Yeah, I just had to bring that up. But anyways, it's time to sign off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case I haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.